Hello everybody! Today I am doing a makeup tutorial for a red and gold dark smoky eye, so how about we just get right into it. First, we're going to start with primer. I use Benefit's Professional Primer. I like the effect it has on my skin and I feel as though it makes my foundation last a lot longer. So essentially what it's doing, it's going to smooth out your skin, it's going to blur any noticeable pores, and to me I feel as though it makes foundation application a lot easier and you don't get any of those like fine lines as much in the areas that you apply because it's filling in those cracks. Now next we have foundation. For foundation I like to use a beauty blender or any kind of sponge. Right now we have the Real Techniques blending sponge, and you're just going to pop that all over your face. Okay, good, Sarah, that's too much. Oh, okay, that's like war paint. No, you can't go out in that. Alright, so we're going to go ahead and blend that in. How I blend it is I just bounce. I know you're supposed to bounce and twist, but I don't. I just bounce. So, essentially, when blending your foundation, the things you gotta remember. Get it all over your face, yes, but don't forget your ears. Don't forget your neck. Essentially, we want everything that can be seen to be the same color tone, so you don't have a floating head, and it all looks good. Next we have Tarte Shape Tape. I use the color Fair because I am pale as fuck. I am going to put this all in the areas that I want the most highlighted. So I'm going to put it under my eyes, get rid of those dark circles, putting it on my nose in the center, putting it on my cupid's bow as well as my chin. We are going to blend that with the pointy end of our sponge. Just go ahead, tap, 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 tap that in until it's nice and blended for you. Oh, Nikki Tutorial shout out posing. Hey! Now we have our CoverGirl loose powder here. I believe is just translucent. Oh, don't spill, don't spill, don't spill. Now I take my sponge. It's still damp, it's a damp sponge. And I go under the eyes to bake. Essentially this is going to prevent creasing. It's going to make sure that doesn't move. I'm going to put that everywhere where I put that concealer so it does not move during the day. Wingardium Leviosa. Now, I'm going to take whatever leftover powder I had, put it on a fluffy brush, and just kind of move it around my face. I'm going to brush away the remaining bit of that bake, and just kind of work that powder in, so we just have a nice finish. Next, we contour. I've got the Crown palette here. Oh, don't fall over. I've got the Crown palette here. I got this as a Christmas present for my best friend Jackie, along with brushes. I'm going to take the two closest to light shades because again I'm pale. We're going to want to put that right in the hollow below your cheekbone, make them extra snatched, and try not to pull your baby hairs in the way. It's not a good look, or maybe it is, I don't know. Who says I know anything about anything? Gonna put that on your forehead as well. You're going to want to put that also on your chin, underside of your jaw. We're going to look chiseled. Now you're going to go ahead and go back and blend in circular motions. Always remember to blend up, not down. We want to look like we have high cheekbones, not jowls. Blending, 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 blending. Same concept when it comes to the chin as well. We want to go ahead and blend up. We're trying to make an illusion of a shadow. With the nose, we just want to go ahead and go straight down. Try and go a little bit inside the edge of your bridge to give the illusion of a narrower nose. And try not to sneeze on all of the powder. Now I'm going in with a bit of a darker shade because I want to make the contour just a little bit more intense. I really want to look chiseled. And when doing this, try and go right on the edge. Don't follow the full line of your contour from before. We're just making the illusion of more depth. Yes. Next we have a Too Faced Baked Blusher. I believe it's just in the shade Peachy. Get your angled brush and smile. And put that on the apples of your cheeks. I really like this blush because it just gives a nice little flush. And it's a little bit shimmery. Doesn't smell like peach. Oh, now we got the big boy. We have Jeffree Star's Skin Frost Highlighter in Ice Cold because, again, I am white as shit. I use this dense brush. It's probably more for foundation, but I like to use it for highlighter, so we really get a blinding effect. Go ahead and put that on the tops of your cheekbones. You're also going to want to put this on the tip of your nose, as well as by your brow bone and your cupid's bow. A little bit on that chin. And then I also discovered if you just use a freaking flat foundation brush and get your highlighter, girl, you glow. You glow. We just looking like we just drank some unicorn milk. Next for brows. Now for brows, I got some interesting brows. They're pretty straight. So I like to start first with the tail and go ahead and shape that out. Then I'm going to go from the underside, make sure I have a good line there. Then I'm going to draw individual hairs in the front, make it look more natural. Essentially, because also I have blonde hair, I'm more like filling it out and shaping it. Not really doing much defining because you really wouldn't be able to tell either way. Now, on my other eyebrow, I used to have an eyebrow piercing, so it's a little bit hard for me to handle that. Again, I just start off with the tail and manage the best that I can, and also, we all say it, remember, eyebrows are sisters, not twins. Don't freak out about it, it's not the end of the world. And you know what? The important people won't notice or care. Now I'm going to take that second eyebrow product, just kind of fill it in, make them a little bit darker. And then that product also has a wax at the end of it. What I do with that, I brush them all upward, and then the tail, after brushing upward, I brush to the side. So the front of the brow is going to be pointing up, the tail is going to be pointing to the side. Now we're going to prime our eyelids for eyeshadow. I'm using the Urban Decay eye primer. You're going to pat that in, or you can use a brush, whatever you prefer. I like to use my finger. Just going to go ahead and pat that in. After that, we are going to take our packing brush. We have our Tarteist Pro palette here, and I'm going to take this light white shade and put it all over my lid. I like to have that base. Ooh, that's a poof. I bring it all the way up to the brow bone. Now I've got this NYX blending brush. I'm going to take a more peachy toppy color. I'm going to put that on the contour of my crease right above it for a transition shade. Now, as you can probably tell, I have very bulging eye sockets, so I already have a shadow there. That's kind of my guide. If you don't have that, try and like touch where your eye socket is, that bone, and then go a little bit above it. That's where you're going to want to put your transition shade. Next, we are taking a darker shade. We're going to go on the outer portion of our eye, the outer V. And then I do a little bit of windshield wiper motions here. Try to get all in the inner crease, so right below our transition. So we have a little bit of depth. So there's a lot of layering here. Next, we're going to put that same color, that darker color, on our lower lash line. Now we have more of a burgundy shade. We're going to go a little bit more inner. More in the inner V. And this is where we're going to start layering. We're blending more into the middle of the eyelid. And remember, when you're blending, go ahead and do tapping, circling motions. Now here comes the red part of this eye look. We're taking a more earthy red tone. It's like a burgundy. We're going to put that on the lower lash line as well as more to the middle of the eyelid. Now we have our Morphe palette. We are going to take two shimmer shades. One of them is more burgundy, the other one's more picky peach. The more burgundy shimmer we're going to put in the middle because we kind of want this to be the spotlight. Again, we're doing red and gold. Now another good thing to remember when it comes to shimmer shades, if you're using a brush, be sure to get your brush damp and put a lot of product on that brush so you get good pigment when you're putting it on your eyelid. Without it, it's not going to come out as best as it should. Or better yet, use your finger. Your fingertip, the oils on your finger is really going to transfer that pigment really well. Once you have that burgundy on the middle, we're going to put that peachy shade in the inner portion of your eyelid. So there's a nice blend. Right now, it's going to look kind of blocky. That's okay. We're going to go back in later on with our original darker transition shade, and we're going to blend it all in. Right now I am putting a kind of gold shimmery, like an ice gold shimmer, into the inner corner of my eye as well as my brow bone to kind of highlight. Now I'm going in with that deep transition shade again, and I'm blending it all together so it doesn't look as blocky. Now we're going to take our main gold and bronzy color and put that in the middle so we have a spotlight. Oh, good job being in the frame, Sarah. Oh, you're so good at this. Oh my gosh, yep. So, off camera, I did my mascara and my eyelashes because I struggled, but they're on there. Look at them, pretty. Ooh. Oh my god, is that eyeliner on your chin? Yeah, you be ashamed. You be ashamed, Sarah. Next, we do lipstick. Right now, we have Jeffree Star's Liquid Lipstick Velour Liquid Lipstick. Those lashes, though. Concentration, Sarah. I believe that this shade is Androgyny. If I'm wrong, a blip will come up right now. When doing lips, my advice is to always get pigment in the middle of your lips first. Don't worry about the lining until after. Just an easiest way to start. Now we shake, shake, shake. We look, we make sure we don't look like them, and damn, girl! That's a look. That's a look. I do hope you enjoyed this tutorial, though, guys. If you guys have any questions, feel free to leave a comment down below. If you have any suggestions, please let me know. I would love to hear them. And, yeah. And if you did enjoy this video, please leave it a thumbs up. And if you would like to see more content of mine, please hit that subscribe button. Anyways, guys, I do hope you're having a great day. I love you very much, and thank you so much for watching. Bye-bye!